Hello, and welcome back for another Avatar The Last Airbender traditional draft. The rare in this pack is unplayable, but I'm pretty happy with the uncommon. I've come around on this card. I'll gush about this card a lot now. Team Avatar, I thought was just overpriced removal that isn't worth playing as an enchantment, but I feel I was very wrong. This goes into a lot of go wide green white, red white decks, and even blue white decks. It ends up putting you in a position where your opponent is chumping, uh, like you're 1-1 or 2-1 every turn when it's doing well. So I'll take it and accept that sometimes it's not great defensively, but it's typically got a pretty good upside and hits more often than it misses. I'll see if Glider Kid's wheels here. Waterbending Scroll is something you can do in traditional drafts since it's slower, and abandoned attachments in the sentries are fine. Overall, kind of a weak pack, to be honest. Cat Gator is here. I've tried to avoid this card as I feel like it's like Waterbending Scroll. Ends up being a trap more often than not. Try and mess up my deck to force play black and mess up mana to play a bunch of swamps to make this one card good. And then if you don't draw it or you don't draw it till late, then you look silly. I'm curious what the win rate is on Cat Gator. He is 57.4%. That is a good percentage. Maybe it is worth taking him or the Corrupt Court official here. But this Razor Rings isn't too far off. Team Avatar. Let's take it. Let's take Inspect. We're only missing out on maybe a Razor Rings here or Corrupt Court official and Waterbending Lesson. Jet. There's Jet. Okay. Well, that doesn't pair nicely with the Cat Gator. I do think it's powerful enough we should take it over the Fire Nation Warship, which would let us stay open. Fire Nation Cadets, which is nice because we can enable getting lesson cards into the graveyard if we know to look out for that. If we pick them here. I'm curious what Jet's win rate is. Jet, game in hand win rate, 57%. Which does edge out these other cards. Not that win rate is everything, but early on, I think you can use it as a guiding principle. I think that the deck we might be making here might be red white, go wide. Now the question is Fire Nation Cadets better than Treetop Freedom Fighters? I'm scared to play this land. I think it's bugged. I think it comes in tapped even if you have a basic land sometimes. I'm gonna have to review the footage on that. But I'm pretty sure I looked at a game where I had 3 lands that were basic. I played this and it still came in tapped. So Free Top Freedom Fighters are a lower win rate than Fire Nation Cadets. This is an early drop. And I do want to go wide with something like this, but we'll take Fire Nation Cadets here. I don't think the Pox Bears are something we need to pick up. They're an alright 2-drop to stay white, but oh, that being said, Path to Redemption is removal here. I mean, I don't love it. I do like Lost Days better. Should we flip-flop, or should we take the fact that there's 2 white cards here as a sign that white is open? Well, I'm pretty sure we're playing white with these 2 cards right here. The question is it Razor Rings or Path to Redemption? Path to Redemption, probably. This is more flexible. And we're just going to have to pass the Lost Days Benevolent River Spirit to someone else. White has dried up here, but kind of everything in this pack is weak. We could take North Pole Gates. I don't think Bitter Work is something we want to do. It might be alright in specifically red-green. when you have a lot of power 4 creatures, like a bunch of the birds. What is the bird ostrich? The bird ostrich that comes in as a 4/2 if you don't put a land on it. But even then, I still don't love it. So it's not a card worth splashing. We'll take North Pole Gates here. And let up Avatar State. If we are playing white, we're probably playing like red, white, go wide. We don't have individual creatures we particularly care about protecting. Even Jet, we don't mind if it dies because we'll put 1/1 counters on 2 creatures. Yip Yip is an early lesson for the Fire Nation cadets. Do we want that over TLA? Do we want that over TLA? Yeah, I think we have a higher chance of being white in another color than being red in another color. So we'll take Diddly Precision here. This is late. Everyone but one drafter passed this. And I am perfectly happy playing black-white if we can get the Tools of War. Abandon attachments here over How to Start Right. We will want some copies of this. But typically you see them go pretty late. If we are in fact playing red-white. Right now we really only have one red color card, because Jet can be played for just white, and our black is still a potential direction we can go. This is not good even in mono red. I think you can hit early drops, like if you pay 7 mana or 3 mana and you're hitting like a Fire Nation Cadets. That doesn't feel good. Take the Barrels of Blasting Jelly just in case. And wow, we see a Fire Nation Cadets very late. What was in this pack? That may very well be a sign that red is open. I feel like people know that Fire Nation Cadets are good. Ba, 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 ba. Oh no, Arena's frozen. Treetop Freedom Fighters. Okay, phew. Unfrozen time. Union Archers, I don't want to play. There's so many 1/1s that it does not trade well with. Prosperity. Huh. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, Earth Kingdom Jailer is just a fabulous card. I wonder if we even have a chance at Path to Redemption wheeling here. And Fire Nation Cadets did wheel in the last pack. So let's see what it wheeled over. Maybe it wheels this pack. A lot of green cards taken. 3 green cards from this pack taken. Multiple white cards. 3 green cards again. The red land was taken. Okay. Earth Kingdom Jailer hopes wheel Fire Nation Cadets or the enchantment. Okay. Earth Kingdom Protectors. No. Just like... Earth Kingdom Protectors are 1-drop. They're going to protect. What are they going to protect? Maybe Earth Kingdom Jailer? So I think they are worth taking. And then we wheel, hopefully, Razor Rings or Glider Kids. Don't really want to play High Bay. Whoa. We can't just give up red, especially if it's open, right? To take a Badger Mole Cub. Green was so contested. It's taken a lot of restraint to not pick this thing up. It's taken a lot of restraint. But we take Fire Nation Cadets. We can... 2 people pass as well. We can potentially wheel the Pox Bears. And have a bunch of Fire Nation cadets. Invasion reinforcements are great. We've had to pass up glider kits several times now. And the Treetop Freedom Fighters were like some of the last 2 or 3 cards in the packs the first time around. Invasion Submersible is here and we just need to ignore it. Stay in our lane. And rewarded. Ozai is great, but he is very expensive. And I haven't made great red-black decks so far. We'll take Fire Sages and go crazy with fire making. What does our 2-drop slot actually look like? So removal over here. Let's cut the black. See what this looks like. Removal. Combat trick. 1 drops here. And we can take another Treetop Freedom Fighters or the Deserters. I think we are in more desperate need of the Deserters and the Treetop Freedom Fighters here. More need of 2 drops than 3 drops. Mongoose Lizard? Curious Farm Animals? I doubt we play any of this. Porcupine is the most likely to make it. Do we have any lessons? No. Another Fire Sages. Yeah, red just is open. I wouldn't mind Deserters, honestly, either. Another Fire Nation Cadets. We need to get lessons in the graveyard to turn these guys on. I don't want to play that, but we're not playing Soka in any iteration of the deck. And currently we have no 4-drop, so it's not impossible that we play it. Probably don't play Avatar Enthusiast. Do we want Zuko more than we want the Treetop Freedom Fighters? What did we take? The Free Top? Yeah, that's probably right. The Treetop Freedom Fighters. And we get another one. So I would love the Cave of Two Lovers and... Oh, Gather White Lotus. Can we wheel this? I mean, the red cards have been going so late. They've been going so late. We gotta run early red for these guys. It might be more correct. No, we can wheel how to start a riot. Let's take Gather the White Lotus. And pick something up here. Another Fire Nation Cadets. Okay, that's it. Lessons are going to be like our #1 priority. Actually, let's just take Airbending lesson. As funny as it'd be to have like 7 Fire Nation Cadets, if they don't have Firebending turn on, our deck is going to look potentially very stupid. Glider Staff? Yes, please. It's not a lesson, but it's Airbend. Beifong is busted. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to leave this in the 3-drop slot. We will be playing it on turn 3 a good amount of the time. Okay, and Cunning Maneuver is not a lesson, but I would be happy to see it here. If we get Firebending turn on, we can cast it for free. We can crack the clue token for free. And I wouldn't mind. Maybe I would mind. With this many 1-drops, maybe it'd be a bad idea to play a tap lane. Earth Kingdom Jailer is going to make us miss out on Lightning Strike here. We've got to take it. It's too good. Especially with the Protector. I don't know that we run Earth Kingdom Soldier here. Yep, gotta take a lesson. Got to take it. Even if we wheel another one. And we will play several. Ooh. We need 2 drops up. We do need 2 drops. Yeah, that's something to do with the firebending mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Another House of Sir Riot is fabulous. We thought it would wheel. We were right. Oh my gosh, this is the most Fire Nation Cadets we've ever had. We don't play Zhao, ever. Cunning Maneuver, hey. We'll play it. We won't play this. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. We have 5 cadets. Is this the deck that actually wants to run that? Are we so desperate for lessons that we need to run it? I would like to see what the deck looks like without it first. Let's cut Earth Kingdom Soldier. Maybe the White Lotus as well. Oof. 5 cadets. Removal. Do we just cut 5 cadets and say we don't have enough lessons for them? We have 3 lessons. Team Avatar is another way to make bodies relevant. We have too many cards. I mean, this is a good problem to have, right? What do we cut? What do we cut? I guess Cunning Maneuver. Yep, is a lesson. I don't want to cut that if we're playing the cadets. Start with a couple of cadets. I like the deserters, and I don't think we should run less than 5 2-drops. We can cut a Treetop Freedom Fighter. Cutting the Fire Nation cadets lets us run more planes as well. I like when abandoned attachments. We have a deck that doesn't have any other draw. Otherwise, we could flood a number of games. We want to get to our finishers like Team Avatar, How to Start a Riot. It might just be another Treetop Freedom Fighter. Okay, that's a shame. It would be really fun to run 5 cadets. But really, I think the only thing we can realistically cut here is Treetop Freedom Fighters, Gather the White Lotus. And what are we doing with that mana? Like, we would have to then bring in a Cunning Maneuver as well. Alright, I think I like it like this. And I'm going to take a screenshot and get into the matches before I can. Before we see the Fire Nation cadets and get tempted. Alright, first match is against Prophecy 47. This is an acceptable starting hand. No Fire Nation Cadets. But we do have a turn 1 play. I guess we play planes in case we keep getting them. You could have the 4 damage to target attacking creature, the Razor Rings. Yup. That's fine. That's why we didn't put the counter on with the Deserters before the attack. And it's probably best to invest your counters in other creatures if the point of Earth Kingdom Protectors is typically to sack him to protect like a Earth Kingdom Jailer. Razor Rings version 2? Electric Boogaloo? He's got Airbending Lesson maybe? Or Heartless Act? Because he's got something instant speed that doesn't require attack. Okay, well, it's Canyon Crawler. Black, white. We do not want to see Tools of War. I assume if he had it, he would have already played it. Um, 4 or 5. Trying to block him. Is going to be risky. So he's going to have 4 cards in hand. And 2 Firebending mana. For a total of 6 mana. It's going to be hard to believe that he doesn't have some instant speed to blow us out. So I think we have to give him this clue token, unfortunately. Jet is also going to be too small. In terms of damage that he does. So next turn might have to be... I don't want to play Gather the White Lotus for 3. Maybe Gather the White Lotus should just be cut if we can't run enough white for it. 5 mana, 3/3 just feels so bad, and it's not even that here. Okay, he's tapped out. Okay, well... Treetop Freedom Fighters. We'll go for a double block here on Azula. And if he kills one of our creatures, we yip the other one. But it wouldn't surprise me if he had 2 cards out of 4 that could instant speed blow us out. He can also draw a card off the clue. Razor Rings, Heartless Act. The 4 mana Exile if it took combat damage. Ooh, okay. enter the avatar state. So we could save a 2-1 with this. And I think we do, just to try and stay alive. We are in danger. What's he gonna do? Got a lot of mana left over. Hey, actually, does a 5 mana pass. This is pitiful. 2, 4. Yuck. Ang seems fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fire Sages less so. We're back. And we can airbend and then die. So let's concede here. All right, adjustments. Adjustments. Let's take out Gather the White Lotus. Let's get in with all this firebending. Cunning Maneuver. And go for it. Okay, play first. Keepable hand. We have no lesson for the Fire Nation Cadets yet. Three, 6, 7. When it shuffles like that, does it mean that he's mold? It does. Cool. We need some luck, I think. I don't think there's anything for 1 white that he can do. He can like yip our cadets. Mm-hmm. If he has razor rings, he would probably wait for us to pump the fire sages. I expect razor rings on the fire sages now. Did we reveal Yip Yip? I think we did. He just knows that we have Yip Yip. We could pump and live here. Alas, that will be the end of our fire sages. I don't think we hold off attacking there. Sometimes it's right to not attack when they have razor rings. But it's going to be a while before we can attack through razor rings if we don't attack there. Alright, let's attack all. We'll pump for damage over here on our smaller body Fire Nation cadets. And flash invasion reinforcements at the end of his turn. Okay. 3 mana, do what? Fire Nation Drill. That's the second highest win rate card in the set, by the way. Not the worst against us, since these are 1 and 2 drops. But he'll kill our 2/3 Fire Nation cadets here. And its big body is going to be less relevant as a blocker. He needs to crew it for 2. Alright, well, let's turn on Firebending. And let's hit him for a heck of a lot of damage. Rise of Sozin is 6 mana, so I feel good about killing him next turn. There is that one rare that's 2 black pips. I think it's 5 mana. And you board wipe. According to X, or is it X mana actually? Like black X. He could declare 2. But apart from that, we should be in business here. Okay. Airbending lesson. 3 mana used up. Now he's got 2 mana to stop. Yep, all bodies. Cool. Okay, on the defense, we don't want to play Avatar Enthusiast. He's got bounce, like Airbend, Razor Rings, and stuff like that. Cunning Maneuver can maybe come out. We can add... I mean, we have so many 3 mana plays. Have we seen any X1s from him? Corrupt Court Official. So Union Archers would not be great. Maybe 1 Fire Nation Raider is acceptable here. I don't love it, but we don't have the Cave of Two Lovers. think whenever we run two caves of two lovers, we've always, spoiler alert, trophy. This is not keepable. Only the deserters. Opponent kept their hand. Yuck. I don't love this, but it's better than 5, I think. Any random 5. Or the average random 5. I could definitely see a 5 better than this. Okay, that'll help. That'll help. Barrels are going to be bad against us. And here we just throw down fire sages, I think. I think an attack and hold up airbending lesson is not the play. He's shown he's willing to block. Ooh, it's going to be hard to get through Kyoshi Warriors. Okay, well, we can bounce the token at least. That doesn't enable an attack this turn. So maybe we attack, use Firebending Mana to airbend a 1/1, and then pump to trade with the 3/3. That doesn't seem like the play either. We'll just chill. Maybe equip the glider staff to something to attack through, get Firebending Mana if he doesn't blow up our fire sages with the barrels of blast and jelly. Another water tribe captain, okay. It's essentially a vanilla 3/3 for 3. One, two, three. So I think we do Fire Nation. I think we can play all of this out. 3, 6 mana. We just need to use Firebending Mana. No, we need to equip, right? One, one, two, three. So we can equip. This will incentivize him to kill our fire sages. So let's instead equip the deserters. I think this attack is alright. He can hit us back for a lot of damage. And 3/4 will block his creatures, but he can threaten to pump. And he's not going to be necessarily ready for us to flash in invasion reinforcements. And then have Firebending Nation on our Fire Nation cadets when we bounce the Water Tribe captain back to his hand. Nine, he can do 12 damage. That's fine. I think he's contemplating a pump. He may blow up the deserters with the jelly if he's got nothing better to do in hand. All right. passing. Now, he can do 12 on the crackback, so we're going to have to leave something back. He can't blow something with... I guess he can blow something with Blasting Jelly. So, instead of using how to start a riot, let's airbend his Water Tribe Captain pre-combat. See what we draw. Okay, can we kill him here? Three, 5, 6. Let's say he kills the most damage. Kills the 3, 4. We do 4, 7, 10, 13. We can't. So we can do 6, 7. We'll see what he blows up before we cast how to start a riot. One, 2, 3. 6 mana. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we just go for it. Yuck. Thanks, Auto Tapper. It tapped red instead of plains. I think. Yeah. What did we cast this turn? Yeah, Airbending Lesson is possible. I don't know if it is from the Airbending Lesson or something else. I got us. It kills our. All right. He does have 3 blockers. And probably has removal for a flyer. But 3 of our creatures are going to be able to poke through for lethal damage. Fire Sages can threaten to be a 3-power creature. Fire Nation Cadets can do the same, and then we can equip. I guess actually this is only +1/+1. So 6 mana, 9 Firebending mana. If we equip this, we'll have 7 for either 2 Fire Nation pumps or 3 Fire Nation Fire Sages pumps or 3 Fire Nation Cadet pumps. That seems crazy. Does he have Razor Rings to gain life? Is that why he feels so confident attacking? If he has Razor Rings, can we put ourselves at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 he can pump? Uh, 4. Threatens lethal, threatens lethal. Doesn't threaten lethal by attacking through, so. I think we attack with just the cadets. Pump once here, and then leave the rest of the mana to pump up fire stages. Razor Rings would be the worst thing to see here. Okay, he's going to wait for the pump. We didn't need to play out the land. We could have bluffed. If we knew this is exactly how we were going to attack. He does use Sold Out here. And we can re-equip. And pump. Make this a 4/4. There's no damage. It's not like he has Lightning Strike, so I don't think we need to pump now. Otherwise we would. Like, he could basically attack us if we end up blocking. Then we go to pump, and then he responds with Lightning Strike. But I can't contrive a scenario in black-white where something like that would happen. We do need to block both creatures here. If he pumps, just 2 creatures getting through is enough to kill us. Okay, he's really noodling over there. I'll pause until he makes a decision. He makes a decision. Yep. Would not be enough to kill us. The +2/+2 to 2 creatures. Likewise, not enough. And then nothing pumps in black at instant speed. Ooh, Desperation land sack. I would like to see it. Okay. I mean, Razor Rings at this point won't do it because we can threaten a pump on our flyer. It'd have to be... Okay, yep. Yip, which he could have. Could be exactly Yip. But we have Earth Kingdom Protectors now. So, is there a difference between 7, 8 mana? Is there a difference between 8 mana and 7 mana? No. Not in terms of this attack. Maybe in terms of re-equip. But... That's not an ally. If he's got... Yep. I hope he doesn't read. Okay, if we double pump, we don't have mana to re-equip, unfortunately. 4, 6, 7, but he can only single pump, so we'd do 4 damage, we'd go to 1. He would have to top deck removal. Ah, he does have... Yep. Yuck. Alright, well, we can re-equip. If we do that, well, he'll die. He'll die if we do that. There's no reason not to pump again. If he has barrels of lasting jelly, this gets us out of range. This is close. Final match against Kin's Killer, 59 here. We'll play first. This is not keepable. With only 1 playable, this is much more keepable. We will toss a Plains here. And while we wait, we'll look up the win rate of Fire Nation cadets in 17 lands and see that it is 56.3%. It's in the top half. Nothing special. Maybe they're just waiting for the right deck. No, you definitely have a ceiling on these cards. Okay, that's a 2-drop. Nice to see. Better than just pumping for 1 extra damage. And he is green-blue, so he's going to ramp quickly. If he's holding up a pause here, then it looks like he's got Quench. And he's trying to determine whether he should quench or not. He does quench. So that's something to keep in mind. Earth Kingdom Jailer is coming out as a 3-mana 3/3 vanilla. We've got 2 interactive spells for whatever he plays. It's not worth it to hold it up in hand and wait. It's just how you gotta play your cards sometimes. Ooh, what is that? Nothing to do? Do you have Quench again? Play Fire Sages into Quench if you do. He doesn't. Spider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eyes? Or is that 1 compound eye? Alright, 3. This mana screw is confusing because 1, he's got 2 colors, 3 mana should be enough to play stuff unless he kept a really greedy hand. And we have stuff. We can bounce stuff. I don't hate him playing stuff here. This is even going to turn on a higher penny. So let's do this. If he has Octopus Form, that's fine. Still ends up in the graveyard and we can bounce with something else. Alright. Yep. So it looks like white might be a main color. Is he blue-white or splashing for Quench? Maybe he's blue-white splashing green. That is the most likely scenario. Quench. Does Quench make us run another Fire Nation Cadet? Instead of How to Start a Riot or something? I don't think so. Union Archers looks okay so far. We haven't seen any X1s, so I will leave him in. on the draw, at least for now. I mean, at least for now, this is the only time we would be on the draw. Because if we lose, I'm choosing play. We can't keep this. We can play the Fire Nation Cadets, and if we get some lands, this is amazing, but... Yep. Just send the planes back again. And we're chilling. Earth Kingdom Protectors, turn 1 for both of us. It's nice with Earth Kingdom Jailer. It keeps that creature exiled if we sack the protectors against some destroy spell. There's less destroy spells though. There's like Watery Grasp and blue-white. I guess he could use Razor Rings if we were attacking. And from here, we'll play Fire Sages. Who are not allies. It's not an ally type, so we can't protect it with the Earth Kingdom Protectors, unfortunately. It does look like Kin's Killer 59 is main blue-white. He attacks with both creatures and then yanks it back. Okay, well... Fire Sages attack and we can still play Fire Nation Cadets. I know he could have something here. Flash in the 2/3 Aang would be fine. The Octopus Form would be fine. Razor Rings also fine. Okay. What do you got? Fucking question mark? Huh? That is confusing. That's bamboozling. That's confounding. Astounding. Resounding. Synonyms. I don't think resounding is a synonym. Another Earth Kingdom Protectors. That was very strange. He also kept the Earth Kingdom Protectors rather than keeping the Compassionate Healer. He could have sacked because that thing was an ally. I don't know what he's planning to do here. Let's play another mountain. And then 3, 4, 5. Attack with these two. I know we've got a nice juicy target to protect with our Earth Kingdom Protector, so I'm not willing to trade our Earth Kingdom Protector for his at this time. Okay, we can pump the Fire Sages once, and we can pump the Fire Cadets once. Fire Nation Cadets. We'll miss out on a damage. But if he's got Octopus Form, and we spend our mana pumping Fire Sages, we'll feel like a fool. A fool. I don't think there's anything for blue that he could flash in. That was strange again. I guess we've seen Quench, so I'm not going to play Earth Kingdom Jailer here. But he could sack an Earth Kingdom Protector after we pump to protect the other Earth Kingdom Protector. Alright, and we'll pump here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Huh. There's... Does he have the double white board wipe or something? Wait, Aang is a 4 mana 3/2 flyer. we'll take it. Our gem count needs it. We've been flubbing early plays with some of these decks that are otherwise pretty well crafted. Okay, I really felt the lack of Cave of Two Lovers here. I will use anything as a segue to talk about how much I love that card. Team Avatar, we saw why we initially didn't like it, but we give it some grace. We say that, you know, there are some scenarios where this is going to be something you'd rather be a 3-drop, but most of the time you're not getting board wiped, and you are happy to have this, and the upside is significantly higher than just a 3-drop like a Treetop Freedom Fighters. So, good games. We'll see you next time.